Hello everyone, I decided to try something new today. So this video is going to be a bit more laid back, almost like a podcast that you can kind of listen to while you do something else, or you can just lie down and just chill with me, I guess, while I just ramble about random topics. I got inspired to make this video by Emirichu because outside of YouTube, one of my hobbies is journaling, and after going on Pinterest and looking up journaling inspirations, I came across a video by Emirichu called Journal With Me. Long story short, that led me down a rabbit hole of chill videos where artists just draw and ramble about their interests, passions, or just anything they want to talk about. And I thought, why not give it a try myself? So that's what this video is. Something for you to play in the background while you're journaling, folding laundry, studying, or maybe even drawing alongside me. So if you're anything like me, you can also just chill and just play this as background noise, because there is no right or wrong way to enjoy anything. So just do whatever suits your fancy, I guess. While I use all my upper body strength to carry this conversation on my back and be that friend on voice call that just won't stop talking about things like, for example, a story from work. So for a bit of backstory, last year I used to work a 9-to-5 job at a factory that was located 2 hours away from me. Point is, I do not have my own car or vehicle to go to work to, so I had to use public transportation. One fateful day when I got off the bus, I looked at the train schedule thing at the station and my train was not there. So naturally, I decided to look at my phone and open up the public transportation app to see what is up with that. And that's where I found out that my train was not going to be running for an entire week. But I also ended up finding out that I could arrive at my destination at 9:15. So I DM'd my coworkers that I will be 15 minutes late because that's just the professional thing to do. And admittedly, I wanted to turn this unpredictable situation into something that I can control. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll just take the bus to the next city, and then from there I will go take the train to my workplace and be there at 9:15. Crisis averted, I thought to myself. But you can probably guess it didn't pan out that way, because apparently they had 2 buses that went to the same city, except one of them was faster. Take a guess which one I was sitting in. So I got off at the first stop and just immediately sprinted back to the station to find that quicker bus, because apparently they hired a separate bus company to circumvent the issue of people needing to go to that city. So after looking around at the station and finding it being behind the station, I ended up texting my colleagues just hey, I have a 30-minute delay, so instead of 9:15, I'm gonna be at 9:45. And my colleague just immediately responded just I see things are going well for you, Toasty. And admittedly, I already felt kind of embarrassed by that alone, but it gets worse. As I was chilling in the correct bus this time, I was praying to the bus gods that I was going to make it to the station at the time that was given on my phone. But just like everything else, it didn't go that way, because my bus ended up arriving 7 minutes later than the time that was calculated. So I had less than 5 minutes to get off the bus and make it to my train. So you know damn well I had to bolt it as soon as I got to my station. So as the bus arrived, I immediately had to run down the stairs and then into the station and then go up again. And miraculously, I made it just in the nick of time to watch my train leave. So that's 2 delays in a row, and this time I didn't even tell my colleagues anything because it was just kind of embarrassing how I said I was going to be 15 minutes late. Well, now it's going to be an hour. And when I came to work that day, my colleagues just immediately started kind of laughing in that playful way, just being damn, you are late, or Toasty, what was that? Oh, I'm going to be 15 minutes late. Shows up an hour later. Yeah, so that's the story of the time I tried to look competent and made a fool of myself instead. Though another fun memory I have of work was this one time I was working with a colleague, and because we were in a factory, that meant we were producing copious amounts of waste. So we had those like giant industrial trash cans that we can just dump all our excess into. And let me tell you, when those things are empty, those things can legit trap a person with no escape. And I was always afraid that I would just like fall into those things one day and just be unable to get out. And I even went as far to like touch the inside of those trash cans just to feel if I could like grip the back from the inside and climb my way out. But no, it's slippery. So one day when I was taking out the trash, I saw my coworker's head peeping out the trash can, and I thought to myself, oh my god, it actually happened. Someone actually fell inside. Now this coworker was a very big guy, so he was able to reach the outer edge of the trash can, but he couldn't exactly pull himself up because of how the trash can was shaped. Or more specifically, you had to be like mega strong to be able to pull yourself up from the trash can. Now, being the only person in the vicinity, I obviously looked for ways I could help him get out of there, and there was nothing around us except for this pile of aluminum pipes. So without thinking, I grabbed one of those and just lowered it down vertically to him to see if I can like pull him out, or if he could use it to climb out more easily, which both attempts failed. So he then suggested I put the pipe horizontally on the edges of the trash can so he can use it as a pull-up bar to hoist himself up and climb outside of the trash can. And after doing just that, he ended up escaping unscathed, and I thought, well, that's just a silly memory between me and him and no one saw, right? Wrong, because as soon as he got out, he just looked right behind me, and I instinctively turned back to see the window, and standing there were 3 coworkers who saw basically everything. So yeah, I guess that's like more embarrassing for him than me, but it's still a fun memory to share, I guess. When I first started this YouTube channel, I imagined that I would be able to upload at least once a month, just like any other storytime animator, you know? But as you can tell, it hasn't worked out that way, and while that mainly has to do with my personal life being kind of busy with work and school and stuff, it's also the video making process itself that takes a lot out of me, because despite how short and long distance these videos have been from each other, it's a lot of work, and it's not even the animation that drains me per se, even though I do spend a lot of time on making it look alive. It's actually the scripting that usually halts my progress, because for whatever reason, whenever I have to like pull out a piece of paper and a pen or just like open up a laptop, I just cannot for the life of me write my thoughts down or like put them onto something. Come to think of it, I've actually struggled with this at school as well. Like, I hated writing essays because like I'm just not built to like sit behind a computer and just be able to write for hours. Like, that's just not the type of person I am. You know? But for this video, I'm basically freestyling the entire video script. But for the other videos on this channel, I am trying out a different method where I use speech to text to more efficiently start producing video scripts so I can work on future videos more quickly. Additionally, I also don't want to burn myself out too quickly, because I feel like if I start mass producing content or just forcing myself to create stuff as soon as possible, it could really kill some of the authenticity on this channel. Though regardless, I still really enjoy making these YouTube videos and just making art in general. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching and supporting what I make. The comments you guys leave behind are very touching, and I hope to see you guys again on my next video, so stay tuned.